So, what's your motive for goodness? Think about it for a second. What's your motive? You got one. We all do. Performative. But what's your motive? Performance of whiteness. It's a social construct. But you don't have to be white to perform whiteness. So again, what's your motive for goodness? You want to be perceived as a good person, right? Don't we all? Unless you just want to be seen for who you really are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. If you got nothing to hide, then what's there to be afraid of? If you've danced with your demons, and you've bared it all, you've done a lot of healing. Now there's times where we want to be wanted and liked, and we're afraid to be alone. People pleasing. That's a performance of whiteness. And I'm guilty of it time and again. I will definitely admit to that. Where sometimes I don't want to step on people's toes. I don't want to get in the way of myself. And that's where I'm guilty of. And I own that through and through. And my motive is just because I don't want to be coming across as disrespectful. So that's my motive. I don't want to be perceived as disrespectful to anybody. So what's your motive for goodness? Another part of the tangent was motive for goodness in Black spaces. And mine was the fact that I grew up in a very volatile atmosphere. And the stereotype, I have a lot of relatives that flew the flag proudly, and they call themselves constitutionalists. That's their silent way of waving that red flag in your face without saying it. Yeah, that's that lovely part. And having to unpack that at a very young age, knowing that was wrong, it didn't sit right with me. I fought that tooth and nail from the get-go. And I wouldn't change it any other way. And when I would go to school and people would know, oh, I know your family, or I know what kind of people those are, I would have to say, I'm not like them. And I know now how that came across, but as a kid, I didn't know. And then when people would associate me with other relatives that were officers of the law, again, I hadn't learned yet how to say I'm not like them without saying I'm not like them. I had to do the work. So I did. And I did it differently. But we white folk need to learn is we can't do it with our words. Words don't mean diddly squat no more. Got to do the work. Your motives can no longer be self-serving. It has to be more and bigger than just yourself. But first, you have to take care of you, unpack you, take care of your traumas and your burdens, because if you don't, you're just going to hurt other people and it's going to replicate. So once you figure out your motives, your agenda, and how you want to be perceived, do you want to be perceived as the flawed person that you are? You're going to make mistakes. You're going to F up. You're going to be, you come from ugly. Because if you're born or raised in America or colonized nation, you're indoctrinated into the white supremacy culture. You're going to have racist indoctrinations through and through you. You're going to say some shit that aren't couth. You're going to do some shit that ain't couth. But if you own it, okay, you accept it, but you're willing to learn otherwise, yeah, do the work. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means you're willing to do the work to do different. So yeah, I was raised here in America, in a colonized nation. And I had to perform whiteness in order to survive here. I'm learning to do different. Acceptance is the first part. Denial only makes it worse. Doesn't make you better than me. And I'm no better than you. I'm just doing it different. Love you.